Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Davie County's Voice. I'm Wesley Sharpe, President and CEO of the Davie Community Foundation, and I'm really glad you've taken a few minutes to be here with me today. This episode is a little different because it's just me. And honestly, I think that's the right way to start. Before we jump into conversations with others across our community, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk directly to you about why this podcast exists and what you can expect and why this matters for Davie County. Why we started this podcast. Over the past year, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people across our community. Nonprofit leaders, school leaders, donors, of course, so many volunteers to us and to other nonprofits, family members, and students. And one of the things that stood out to me again and again and again, there is a lot of really good things happening in Davie County. People are stepping up. They're solving problems that really make a difference. They're creating opportunities. They're showing up for each other in meaningful ways. But there's the challenge. Most people never hear about it. These stories happen every day, but they stay in those little small circles. And that's not because people don't care. It's just because there hasn't been really a way to share them. So we started asking, what can we do to change that? What if we could create a space where these stories could be heard, where people feel more connected, and where we can all be better together, have a better understanding of what the community is doing and what the impact is? That's where Davie County's Voice came from. What is this podcast about? This podcast is about people. It's about the individuals and organizations who are making a difference right here in Davie County. It's about real conversations, not polished, just real conversations. Some episodes will focus on challenges we're facing as a community, things like education, work for childcare, and other opportunities for access. Other episodes will highlight stories, generosity, and the leadership and the impact that's happening in our community. How can we continue to build a stronger Davie County together? That's going to be what we talk about. Now, let's first talk about what is the Davie Community Foundation really actually does. Now, it's not listening and thinking. I've heard the Community Foundation said, well, I know we have one. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not exactly sure what they do. You're not alone. So let me explain it in the simplest way I can. At the Davie Community Foundation, we work with people who care about things in this community, and we help that turn into action. What matters to them? Sometimes that looks like someone creating a fund to support a cause they're passionate about. Sometimes it's a scholarship that helps students take that next step in their life. Sometimes it may be a grant that supports a nonprofit doing important work here in Davie County. But honestly, that's just part of it. A big part of the role is bringing people together. We listen to what's happening. We connect people and ideas. We help align resources with real needs. Because no one organization can do everything alone, but when we bring the right people together, we can really make lasting impact and create change. But what makes Davie County unique? One of the things I've come across is that the Davie County has a sense of community. People care about this place. You see it in the way neighbors help each other. You see it in the way people volunteer. They give their time. You see it in the way local organizations step up when there's a need. And you'll see it in the way people invest in the future, especially when it comes to students, families, and the opportunities for that next generation. That kind of community doesn't just happen. It's built over time by people who choose to get involved. I believe stories are one of the most powerful ways to connect. We can talk about numbers all day, how many grants, how many scholarships, how many programs, and those things do matter, but stories are what make it real. When you hear about a student whose life has changed because of an opportunity or a nonprofit that steps up in a way just in the right time, or a donor who decided to invest in something bigger than themselves, that's when it connects. That's when it sticks. And that's what this podcast is really about. This isn't meant to be just me talking. It's meant to reflect on the voices of our community. So I want to invite you into this opportunity together. If there's a story that you would like to share or you'd like to hear about, if there's a person doing great work, if there's something happening in Davie County, that's the people we need to know about. We want to hear from you because the more voices we include, the stronger this becomes. As we move forward, we're going to hear from a wide variety of people, nonprofit leaders, educators, community partners, students, donors, people who care deeply about this community and doing something about it. Some conversations will be inspiring, some will be challenging, but all of them will be real. And all of them will be rooted in the idea that we are better when we're working together. At the end of the day, what makes Davie County special isn't just the place. It's the people. It's the willingness to care, to give, to show up. And if this podcast can help shine a light on that, even in a small way, then it's worth it. So thank you for being here for the first episode of Davie County's Voice. I'm glad you're with us, and I look forward to the conversations ahead. Thank you for spending time with us on Davie County's Voice. We hope today's conversation inspired you and helped you learn more about the people and ideas making Davie County stronger. Be sure to check back every second and fourth Thursday of the month for a new episode. And to learn more about the Davie Community Foundation, visit daviefoundation.org.